cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go now. 18 Gators. 25. Go.
He's crazy.
Quickstone, travel. Big grip.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Manziel. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dexter Lawrence coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Switch. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Alpha. Hard. Let's go.
Manziel. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Smooth. 53.
Now Manziel rolling to his right. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. They're going to look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Check 9, check 9.
They'll run with Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Buddy up. 55, 81. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
To throw on third down. Fields. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Let's get that ball right here. Tighten up, tighten up.
A first down carry by Elliott. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong foot. 55.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's our time. It's our time.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Double time. 3 down.
Hey, check 9.
Back to throw. Fields. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Will Fuller his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 9 now. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 31, check 31. Hey,
Greystone, travel.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
check 50, check 50.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Fields. He's letting this one go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Will Fuller. 77 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. The official's so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Protein spill.
Check 99.
Coleman now. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Get ready. Check 3.
Snap.
Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We got 4.
Back to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Elliott. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 6. Mike 55, Mike Johnson. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. What? Go. Coming to you. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd down, Fields. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the Giants send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And now he'll tuck it and run. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Lambeau will put this one through. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Fields. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Check 45 to Mike.
Manziel going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Taken from just outside the 30. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Let's get it.
Here we go. 60 or. Hey, Charlie.
4 down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And Adams has it complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
5 count. Stand up in. Check.
Here's Coleman. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? 18, Gator. There we go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Fields. He's got Fuller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
First and 10 at the 36.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
55 to Mike. It's coming this way, Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Giants! Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defense coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Yes. Go. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Watch the
They will run again with Coleman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Will Fuller, 70 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
4 down, 4 down.
2nd and 2. This is Coleman with a grab. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Orbit.
2nd and 4. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Manziel. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They go to Elliott again. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Ready? 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Get him.
To throw on 3rd down. Fields. Flushed out right. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing.